G'day, my name's Sam Davis. In a little short while, I'm about to be interviewing Nath Valvo, who's performing at the 2014 Melbourne International Comedy Festival. It's going to be an interesting interview, so here we go. We're about to do it right now. We're about to get him on the line. Hello Nathan, it's Sam here. I'm doing the interview for the 2014 Comedy Festival. Are you okay to do it now?
Let's go, Dan. Let's do it, buddy.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm just here to ask you a few questions. Is that alright?
That is more than okay. Where are you, Dan? You sound like you're in a dungeon or something.
I'm actually not recording from a studio at the moment. I'm actually...
How MacGyver of you, buddy?
Yeah.
Do you even know who MacGyver is? How old are you again?
I'm 14, and MacGyver's that crazy guy with the, whatever uses toothpicks or whatever, sticky tape to fix things.
Yeah, okay, yes, good, alright, I'm getting good. I'm happy that at 14 you know who MacGyver is, because it was really, really funny. I didn't want to get it wasted on your young ears.
Yeah. Well, so I'm doing the 2014 Comedy Festival for SYN, and is it okay if I ask you a few questions?
Yes, it is.
Fantastic. Alright. So, when did you decide that comedy was the right career path for you?
When I realised that I was really shit at everything else. I don't know, just in school, man, I just couldn't... Nothing interested me except, the media side of English. So when you had to books or movies, that stuff, and obviously really into drama as well. That's why it really wasn't that much of a surprise when I came out of the closet. But so just in school, man, pretty early on, I reckon in early high school, I decided I definitely wanted to end up. I've always just wanted my own talk show, man. That's the honest truth. Since a really young age. I feel like I'm on Letterman right now.
Not quite.
High school. Yeah, high school. Let's go to high school is the short answer. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. Were you nervous the first time you ever did stand-up in front of an audience of over 100 people?
A specific number of people. I was lucky enough to get into comedy with the Shambles, which was a comedy trio, so there was three of us.
Yeah.
And we did Channel 31 first for a couple of years, and then went and did live shows, and it was really fun because I had my two mates next to me, so it was never really scary. So for the first couple of years I performed that show, so I always had two people next to me, so we always did really well. And then after a few years of that, I started to do solo stuff as well, and I think because of the Shambles, I was pretty confident, so I've never really had an issue with nerves and getting up and doing it.
Yeah, fantastic. Same sort of thing as me. Not really. Yeah.
You weren't in the Shambles, mate, so what are you talking about?
Yes, I was. Do you remember me?
You know what? You probably look older than me, so hey. You can probably get away with pretending you were in the Shambles, but it's fine. Let's continue.
Okay. What was the first ever performance on stage like for you, and did the people there enjoy it?
Yes, which is good.
That's good.
Thanks, mate. A lot of comedians get started by doing stand-up by going to open mic nights, or they'll just go down to the pub and they'll kind of just get up and that kind of stuff, or they'll do raw comedy. And I have heaps of respect for people that do that, because I think that takes massive balls. So the first thing, I did it differently. I actually wrote a whole show.
Whoa! So
I wrote an entire 55-minute show, and did that at a festival, and that was the first time I ever performed solo. It was in a full show. I'd never gotten up and did spots or anything like that before, because
I just
wanted to do it, properly, and I think it was good. And then once that went really well, then I started doing the pubs and the circuit. So I kind of did it differently.
Awesome. So what was your favourite comedy festival to perform at and why? Which year's comedy festival, do you think?
Every year it's really different because every year you get a new room.
Yeah.
You're in a new venue, a whole new show, so you're really nervous. You don't think then it is good enough, and then you get really good reviews, and you get really, really well, and then at the end of the festival you think, I'm never going to be able to do this again.
It's a good thing this isn't live on television, mate, because we would have to bleep it.
Oh, yeah, so
no, that's alright, we got editors.
Are we live?
No, we're not live. It's not a radio show.
Okay. So if I swear, you have to beep it for the radio, right?
Well, yeah, we would have to do that. Yeah. So,
yeah, do you have a beep button?
I think we do somewhere.
Have a beep button. So if I was to go, what just went to air? What happened just then when I said that?
Beep.
Oh, cool. That's exciting. Anyway, moving along.
Alright, fantastic. A final question. If you had a stand-up comedian that you specifically idolised growing up, who would it be?
Does that have to be a stand-up? Because I'm going to...
Anyone.
A little bit here.
Anyone.
I'm going to say that Sean McAuliffe is a comedy hero.
Oh.
Because of how many different... I will try and aim to do with my little career before I die. I want to do everything. I love stand-up, but I really like radio, and I really like television, and I really want my own talk show, and I want to write like a Josh Thomas Please Like Me show. I want to write my version, like a show similar to like a sitcom type show. I want to do all this different kind of stuff, and Sean McAuliffe has just nailed it every single time. He had his talk show, he had his TV skit show, he had a radio show.
Mad as Hell's great, isn't it?
Mad as Hell, which I think is like one of the best things on TV.
Oh, yeah.
And he looks really good with grey hair, so that's who I look up to, is definitely Sean McAuliffe.
Well, thank you very much, Nath, for this interview. This video can be seen on www.youtube.com/SYN Media. And for more info on Nath's shows, make sure you go to www.comedyfestival.com.au. Thanks very much, Nath, for this interview.
Oh, hey, mate, thank you so much for having me.
That's alright.
Good on you for saying www on websites, because you don't hear that often anymore, mate. So I kind of like that you're a bit old school when you give out the address there. It's good.
Oh, yeah, Windows XP all the way. Alright.
HTTP... semicolon // I should be saying as well, mate. So,
thanks, Nate, for the interview.
Thanks for having me, buddy. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Good luck on your shows.
Thanks, man.
See ya.